Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. People who perform a particular kind of skilled work. He represented the craft of brewers. Skill in an occupation or trade. The skilled practice of a practical occupation. A vehicle designed for navigation in or on water or air or through outer space. Make by hand and with much skill. The artisan crafted a complicated tool. The quality of being crafty. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. Showing inventiveness and skill. The cunning maneuvers leading to his success. Marked by skill in deception. Cunning men often pass for wise. Attractive especially by means of smallness or prettiness or quaintness. Cunning kittens. Crafty artfulness, especially in deception. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. The quality of being crafty. The use of tricks to deceive someone, usually to extract money from them. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. Shrewdness is demonstrated by being skilled in deception. Engage in the trade of. An equal exchange. Steady winds blowing from east to west above and below the equator. They rode the trade winds going west. People who perform a particular kind of skilled work. As they say in the trade. The business given to a commercial establishment by its customers. A particular instance of buying or selling. I had no further trade with him. Turn in as payment or part payment for a purchase. Trade in an old car for a new one. Exchange or give something in exchange for. Do business. Offer for sale as for one's livelihood. The skilled practice of a practical occupation. He learned his trade as an apprentice. Be traded at a certain price or under certain conditions. The stock traded around $20 a share. The commercial exchange, buying and selling on domestic or international markets, of goods and services. Venice was an important center of trade with the East. Skill in an occupation or trade. Skill in an occupation or trade. Intelligence manifested by being astute, as in business dealings. The intellectual ability to penetrate deeply into ideas. Intelligence manifested by being astute, as in business dealings. The capacity to assess situations or circumstances shrewdly and to draw sound conclusions. Intelligence manifested by being astute, as in business dealings. Intelligence manifested by being astute, as in business dealings. A body of students who graduate together. The class of 97. People having the same social, economic, or educational status. The working class. Arrange or order by classes or categories. How would you classify these pottery shards? Are they prehistoric? Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. Flirting is not unknown in college classes. A body of students who are taught together. Early morning classes are always sleepy. A collection of things sharing a common attribute. There are two classes of detergents. A league ranked by quality. He played baseball in Class D for 2 years. Biology. A taxonomic group containing one or more orders. Elegance in dress or behavior. She has a lot of class. People having the same social, economic, or educational status. People having the same social, economic, or educational status. People having the same social, economic, or educational status. An abstract place usually conceived as having depth. A subpopulation divided into a stratified sampling. One of several parallel layers of material arranged one on top of another, such as a layer of tissue or cells in an organism or a layer of sedimentary rock. An ability that has been acquired by training. Ability to produce solutions in some problem domain. The skill of a well-trained boxer. An ability that has been acquired by training. Arrival at a new stage. His attainment of puberty was delayed by malnutrition. The act of achieving an aim. The attainment of independence. An ability that has been acquired by training. The action of accomplishing something. An ability that has been acquired by training. An ability that has been acquired by training. The cognitive process of acquiring skill or knowledge. The child's acquisition of language. Something acquired. A recent acquisition by the museum. The act of contracting or assuming or acquiring possession of something. The acquisition of wealth. The act of occupying or taking possession of a building. Occupation of a building without a certificate of occupancy is illegal. The control of a country by military forces of a foreign power. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. Any activity that occupies a person's attention. He missed the bell in his occupation with the computer game. The period of time during which a place or position or nation is occupied. During the German occupation of Paris. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. A course of reasoning aimed at demonstrating a truth or falsehood. The methodical process of logical reasoning. I can't follow your line of reasoning. A slight depression or fold in the smoothness of a surface. His face has many lines. Mechanical system in a factory whereby an article is conveyed through sites at which successive operations are performed on it. A connected series of events or actions or developments. Historians can only point out those lines for which evidence is available. The road consisting of railroad track and roadbed. A conceptual separation or distinction. There is a narrow line between sanity and insanity. A succession of notes forming a distinctive sequence. A conductor for transmitting electrical or optical signals or electric power. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. He's not in my line of business. Make a mark or lines on a surface. Draw a line. Often plural, a means of communication or access. Lines of communication were set up between the two firms. The descendants of one individual. His entire lineage has been warriors. Space for one line of print, 1 column wide and 1/14 inch deep, used to measure advertising. A short personal letter. Drop me a line when you get there. A telephone connection. Be in line with, form a line along. Trees line the riverbank. The maximum credit that a customer is allowed. A particular kind of product or merchandise. A nice line of shoes. A pipe used to transport liquids or gases. A pipeline runs from the wells to the seaport. A commercial organization serving as a common carrier. Acting in conformity. In line with. A formation of people or things one behind another. The line stretched clear around the corner. A formation of people or things one beside another. The line of soldiers advanced with their bayonets fixed. A fortified position, especially one marking the most forward position of troops. They attacked the enemy's line. A length, straight or curved, without breadth or thickness, the trace of a moving point. A mark that is long relative to its width. He drew a line on the chart. A single frequency, or very narrow band, of radiation in a spectrum. A spatial location defined by a real or imaginary unidimensional extent. Cover the interior of. Line the gloves. Fill plentifully. Line one's pockets. In games or sports, a mark indicating positions or bounds of the playing area. Mark with lines. Sorrow had lined his face. Persuasive but insincere talk that is usually intended to deceive or impress. Let me show you my etchings as a rather worn line. Reinforce with fabric. Lined books are more enduring. Something, as a cord or rope, that is long and thin and flexible. A washing line. Text consisting of a row of words written across a page or computer screen. The letter consisted of 3 short lines. A specific piece of work required to be done as a duty or for a specific fee. Estimates of the city's loss on that job ranged as high as $1 million. A crime, especially a robbery. The gang pulled off a bank job in St. Louis. Invest at a risk. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. Arranged for contracted work to be done by others. A state of difficulty that needs to be resolved. It is always a job to contact him. A book in the Old Testament containing Job's pleas to God about his afflictions and God's reply. A damaging piece of work. Dry rot did the job of destroying the barn. A Jewish hero in the Old Testament who maintained his faith in God in spite of afflictions that tested him. An object worked on, a result produced by working. He held the job in his left hand and worked on it with his right. Any long-suffering person who withstands affliction without despairing. A workplace, as in the expression, on the job. Computer science, a program application that may consist of several steps but is a single logical unit. Profit privately from public office and official business. The performance of a piece of work. She did an outstanding job as Ophelia. The responsibility to do something. It is their job to print the truth. Work occasionally. As a student, I jobbed during the semester breaks. A commercial or industrial enterprise and the people who constitute it. He bought his brother's business. Incidental activity performed by an actor for dramatic effect. His business with the cane was hilarious. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. He's not in my line of business. Business concerns collectively. Government and business could not agree. Customers collectively. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. Computers are now widely used in business. An immediate objective. Gossip was the main business of the evening. A rightful concern or responsibility. It's none of your business. The volume of commercial activity. Business is good today. Any inanimate object, as a towel or money or clothing or dishes or books or toys, etc., that can transmit infectious agents from one person to another. A conveyance that transports people or objects. A medium for the expression or achievement of something. His editorials provided a vehicle for his political views. Any substance that facilitates the use of a drug or pigment or other material that is mixed with it. Make out of components, often in an improvising manner. She fashioned a tent out of a sheet and a few sticks. How something is done or how it happens. In an abrasive fashion. Characteristic or habitual practice. Consumer goods, especially clothing, in the current mode. The latest and most admired style in clothes and cosmetics and behavior. Make something, usually for a specific function. Come up with an idea, plan, explanation, theory, or principle, after a mental effort. Make a copy of with the intent to deceive. She forged a green card. A workplace where metal is worked by heating and hammering. Make out of components, often in an improvising manner. Move or act with a sudden increase in speed or energy. Create by hammering. Forge a pair of tongues. Furnace consisting of a special hearth where metal is heated before shaping. Move ahead steadily. He forged ahead.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.